What is going on, alpha males? Welcome to Alpha Male Podcast, the podcast where we talk about what it means to be a man, made in the image of God, strong, dominant, in control. We don't apologize for that. Today we're going to be talking about CrossFit and other fad diets and exercise routines. That's the topic du jour. I'm going to put in the bio and then we'll get into the main topic. Blessed to have served in the military, law enforcement, combat veteran, private contractor, competition shooter, lifelong hunter, guide. Blessed by God that He got me through all those things so I could share this firsthand training, knowledge, experience with you to serve you today. Let's dive into the podcast. Hey there, men. I put in a rapid-fire version of the bio because I wanted to expound upon it with fitness. I've been working out pretty consistently for 26 years, question mark, except for some brief interruptions during the war. And even then, still trying to do what I could to stay in shape. Working out pretty consistently for well over 20 years. When you do stuff that long, you'll see things come and go. But by God's grace, I'm in good shape now. I have been pretty consistently again for 20-something years. I'll put in a picture that was taken this year for the thumbnail for this, just so you get an idea. But I know a thing or two about fitness, and I've been around long enough to see these fads come and go. The latest fad, I'm going to call it a fad, and this might anger some people. Some CrossFit junkies are going to be like, it's the greatest thing ever. You can't get in shape without CrossFit. Without CrossFit, everybody was bumbling around, obese fools, and then CrossFit happened, and then it was this secret sauce. Bro, take a deep breath. There is no secret sauce. I'm pretty sure Arnold was in really good shape when he won Mr. Olympia and whatever other titles he's won before CrossFit. Pretty sure top athletes, runners, weightlifters were in really good shape long before there was CrossFit. This is just the latest fad. There's no secret sauce in CrossFit. What sparked this was I recently did a tactical games competition, which I thought was going to be a shooting competition, mostly with like some physical stuff thrown in there. It was like 90% CrossFit, being generous, maybe 10% shooting. Like on a 15-minute stage, there may have been a minute and a half of shooting. The rest was dragging sandbags up a hill or 150 pounds worth of heavy objects up a hill and then back down a hill so I could shoot some shots. And I think here's a big thing with CrossFit. I'm going to pick on CrossFit because it's the fad of the day, is that people mistake being miserable for actually being productive. Now, those things are often related in physical fitness, but not always. Like, I could have you lay down and have an elephant sit on your chest, and it would be super miserable. It's not going to make you super strong. Any old school Marines remember body hardening. It's literally where you stand in front of another Marine and you punch or kick each other really hard to cause pain. Body hardening is really miserable. Body hardening is not going to make you super jacked and strong. It's just not going to do it. So there is not a direct correlation between being physically miserable and being strong. Now, if you're going to put out the max effort on many different types of working out, putting out max effort generally is uncomfortable. It generally will hurt. But those two are not directly correlated. Again, I can make you really physically uncomfortable. I mean, I could waterboard you all day. It's not going to make you physically in shape. So there's no secret sauce in CrossFit. Let me run through, and this is just from memory, right? I'm not even looking this up. Fads that I can remember in working out and like equipment and stuff, just since I've been doing it. There was kickboxing was real big. Tai Bo was real big for a while. That was like a hot thing when I first started working out. Tai Bo, Zumba, maybe tangentially related to those two, kind of the dancing, kickboxing, cheerleading kind of working out. There's the 8-minute abs, 8-minute buns. Let's see, there was Bowflex, not in any particular order. There was Thighmaster. I think Thighmaster predated Thighmaster, then Bowflex, then Shake Weight. There's been all kind of ab gizmos and gadgets. There's a Peloton. That's maybe dying, maybe still a current fad. I don't know. And now there's CrossFit. There's no secret sauce in any of them. Similar, let me go through diets. When I first started out, it was, and I fell into this because I believed the authorities, like the government schools and all the other people, the low-fat craze. Low-fat, high-carb. Horrible. But that was a thing for a while. I remember South Beach. I remember Atkins. And I was doing what most people would call keto and paleo long before I ever heard the term keto and paleo, which maybe I'll get into later. But long before I ever remember hearing those terms, I was doing that because it just made physiological sense from how I understood the human body. But keto, paleo, there's the no processed food. Going back when I was, a kid, people thought it was healthy to be vegan and vegan and vegetarian. Maybe some people still do. I'm not talking about for moral or ethical, whatever they see for that. I'm talking about for actual health reasons. I actually think it's healthy to be vegan. There was that whole juice cleanse craze thing, like you're going to be in shape drinking juice. It's one of probably the most horrible things you could do is drink fruit juice. The lemon juice cayenne pepper thing. Oh, and let's not forget pH water, right? High pH water. That's going to get you in shape. That's going to make you healthy. Upping the pH of your water. That's going to cleanse all your ailments. That's going to cure all your troubles. I bet those people were laughing all the way to the bank. There's no secret sauce in any of this stuff, guys. The reason I'm telling you this is not to say that these diets or these workout fad routines things don't work. On the contrary, they all will work if you will do them. They're all a scam and they're all not a scam, depending on if you actually do them. And here's what I mean by that. 8-minute abs. It's a good ab workout routine. If you think that you're going to keep eating McDonald's and drinking giant Starbucks sugar condensed coffee drinks and sitting in a cubicle all day, and then you're going to go home and just do 8-minute abs, and you're going to be rock solid, Ken Barbie beach doll body, that's garbage. That's not going to happen. Now, if you have a good diet to begin with, you're eating good healthy meats, good healthy fats, good healthy protein, you're not eating a bunch of processed food, and you are physically active, you're running, you're lifting heavy stuff as a general routine, and you do some 8-minute abs, you're probably going to have pretty good abs. It's a pretty good ab workout routine. But if you think you're just going to do 8-minute abs for 8 minutes a day and it's going to radically transform your entire life, right? That's kind of a marketing gimmick, right? Let me go to the most ridiculous one. Shake weight, right? Okay. Here's how ridiculous it can be. Could shake weight work? Okay, if generally every day you go home and you sit in front of the TV, one, if you have TV, throw it away. That's your number one dieting exercise tip probably ever. Get rid of your TV, get rid of your video games, your face tubes and your Wii Pods and all that stuff. Get rid of it. That'd be a great fitness tip. But if you normally go home after work and drink a 6-pack of beer and watch Netflix for 4 hours until you fall asleep, and then you go home instead and you do shake weight and body weight exercises for 2 hours, it'll work. It'll work as long as you pair it with decent diet, right? So even the most ridiculous thing will work because it's better than doing nothing. If you eat a bunch of garbage, processed food, and you go on you go on South Beach diet. I'm just picking one that was like a flash in the pan and then died. It used to be all over the place. South Beach diet, South Beach diet. I don't even know what South Beach diet is. But even the little bit that I know about it, if you stuck to stuff that was South Beach diet, instead of I'll make everybody mad, Chick-fil-A and Starbucks diet that you're normally on, it's probably going to help you lose weight if you stick to it. Even if a bunch of the stuff doesn't even really make sense scientifically. It's probably better than the garbage most Americans eat. Oh, Slim Fast. I forgot about Slim Fast. That used to be a big thing, right? And that's kind of the whole, there's no secret sauce in Slim Fast, right? You take 2 of your meals a day, right? I'm old enough to remember when Slim Fast was one of the big ones, right? Slim Fast. If you replace 2 of your garbage meals a day with a Slim Fast shake, yeah, that's going to work. And what was there saying? Pair it with a sensible dinner? Yeah, it'll totally work. That Slim Fast shake is way better than that 1,200 calorie giant abomination of a drink at Starbucks. Totally, it'll work if you do it. There's no secret sauce, though, in Slim Fast. It's not like some crazy tonic that's going to help you shed pounds like a duck sheds water. That doesn't exist. So, there's the good news or the bad news. I'm just keeping it real for you. I'm just giving you the reality. You shall do no injustice in judgment in measurements of length, weight, or volume. You shall have honest scales, honest weights, an honest ephah, and an honest hin. Here's the rub, man. Here's what matters. More than the technique, show up, put out a good effort, eat healthy. That's it. You want some secret sauce? There is no secret sauce. Dedication, hard work, stick-to-itiveness, grit, accountability. These are the things that matters if whether you're physically fit or not. Right? 3 sets of 10 or 7 sets of 7 German volume training or 5 sets of 20. Which one? Yes. Just get out and do them. Running. Do I do distance? Do I do time? Do I do intervals? Do I do wind sprints? Yes. Just do it. It'll work. What diet do I pick? What? Just eat healthy. Is it real food or is it some processed garbage? Can you read the ingredients on the label? Does it say, on your peanut butter, for instance? I'm reading my peanut butter right now. Ingredients. Peanuts. Contains 1% or less of salt. That's real food. If it says partially hydrogenated blah 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 blah, that's not real food. Stop eating that. Eat real food. You turn around the bag of the thing you're eating and it says ingredients. Spinach. Good. That's real food. If it says high fructose corn syrup anywhere in there, that's not real food. Stop eating that. You could probably take any middle schooler in the country, if they're being honest, and put oatmeal cream pie in front of them and an RC Cola. They don't even think RC Cola exists anymore. An oatmeal cream pie and a Mountain Dew on one table and broccoli and a can of tuna on the other table, and tell them you'll give them $100 if they pick the healthiest option, not the one they want to eat, the healthiest, and they'll pick the right one, right? I would say probably 9 out of 10. They know what healthy is. Stop acting like you don't, or stop acting like there's some secret sauce. Have a consistent physical exercise routine and stick to it. You know what food is, real food, and you know what food is not supposed to be. Food-like substances. Oatmeal cream pies, are they delicious? Yeah. Are they food? No. Don't eat them. Oreos, are they delicious? Yeah. Are they food? No. There are like multi-billion-dollar industries where they try and engineer this food that's really not good for you to make your body think that it's good for you with all these chemical compounds and the right ratio of salt and fat and sugar. Right? But it's not real. Eat real food. Doritos are not real food. A steak is real food. Going out and shooting a deer and eating a tenderloin, that's real food. That's taking it to the next level. But a clean animal that used to have a face, that's real food. Leafy greens that grow out of the ground, that's real food. You know what good healthy food is. Those, don't act like you don't. That's just an excuse. What diet? What diet? How about the don't eat crap for a living diet? How about that diet? Well, what exercise? What things should I do to get in shape? Well, have you worked out hard in the last 24 hours, or have you watched TV in the last 24 hours? That's your problem, not the fact that you're doing this workout over that workout. Pick one. Lift heavy things. Run fast. Eat real food. Right? You don't need a PhD. These people that want to make a bunch of money off you would have you think that there's some secret sauce. You got to have a PhD to understand this stuff. You don't. That's garbage marketing and gimmicks. If you hear the term game changer, revolutionary, it's probably a red flag, right? Do some push-ups, do some pull-ups, run. Once you're doing that pretty consistently, you'll probably figure out what else to do. Oh, how can I do a push-up with more weight? Well, that's called a bench press. Maybe do that. I can do 20 pull-ups. Well, maybe add some weight to it. I'm pretty consistently running several miles. Well, maybe do some interval training, right? It's not just do something, right? It's not rocket science. You don't need a PhD to understand it. The guy with the greatest PhD with all the letters PhD, LMNOP, LGBTQ at the end of his name, who maybe understands all this stuff better than Arnold Schwarzenegger ever did. How carbs and fat and protein and micronutrients and macronutrients interface with different parts of the body. If he understands that way better, it's not going to get him in better shape than Arnold Schwarzenegger, because he's out doing the work, doing the lifting. And whoever the biggest one is today, Ronnie Coleman, Jay Cutler, right? Whoever. That they should be your aspiration, but they're bodybuilders, so it's easy to point to their body and know that they get results. Pick your favorite one that doesn't use steroids, because I hate to break it to you, those guys use steroids. Probably not great for longevity, right? But they build muscle. And the point is that they'll build muscle better than that guy with the PhD who's not doing it. He might know what healthy food is, but if he eats Mountain Dew and Oreo cream pies, he's not going to be healthy. He might understand, the perfect time to do 3 sets of 10 versus 5 sets of 20 versus 7 sets of 7. But if he's not actually doing any of it, it doesn't matter. He's still going to be a fat slob in a cubicle with a tie. Because it's not complicated. It's not hard to understand. That's not the reason you're not in shape, because you haven't found the right diet or the right exercise. The reason probably is because you're not doing any of it, just to be real with you. So take some responsibility, put in some work, lift heavy things, run fast, eat real food. I'm not here to tell you fluffy unicorn rainbow things are going to make you feel good. You get enough of that crap in today's culture and society. I'm here to tell you the truth. Whether you like it or not, the truth is the truth. And the good and the bad news. You want to do CrossFit? Yeah, do CrossFit. It'll work, but there's no secret sauce in it. You want to do this diet or that diet? Go for it. Just eat real food. And I guess that's mostly what I wanted to say today. I'm not going to drag it out. I think you get the point. Men, you weren't meant to live in a cubicle eating processed food. You were meant for more. Your tactical tip of the day. Rucking. This is not a revolutionary thing. Carry heavy things on your back and walk. There's no secret sauce there. Some people just hate running. And I get it. I don't like running either. I do it. Did it last night. Not my favorite. I get it. If you're really staunchly against running, try rucking, hiking with a pack. Get a pack, put stuff in it, walk around. When that gets too easy, put more stuff in it. Not revolutionary, right? You don't need a PhD for that. It's a good way to get healthy. Plus, it'll get you outside walking, hopefully, which is also a good thing for mental, physical, spiritual health. I think be outside in God's creation. There's no secret sauce in that either. It's just God created beautiful things. Go enjoy them. Worship God, not the creation. Worship the Creator. And that's a good place to bring us to the tactical verse of the day. Psalm 19. The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament shows us His handiwork. Thanks for listening, and have a blessed day.